The deed, whose name is on the deed now? Okay, the LLC has the deed. The deed, okay? Now, when we go to the Secretary of Sideshow, and when we go to the Secretary of State's website, okay, what information appears there? The name of the LLC, okay, and the name of the resident agent, okay, what else? Now, the managers, whoever they may be, right? The managers. Now, when we form these, who normally wants to be the manager? Your Bob Clark, your out-of-state client, right? The out-of-state client, what we don't know is who the owners are. Well, all we know is that on the Secretary of State website, this is basically, and then the manager's address, right? So this is basically all there is that is required. We don't have to tell them who the owners are. And you especially, if you think you're sensitive about the chain of title, people are very sensitive sometimes about their name showing up on the Secretary of State. I try to convince them to get over it. But, you know, sometimes they just want to keep that under the radarness. And so when I say, okay, who's going to be the manager of this thing, look what we're doing so far. We're trying to keep it under the radar. Well, what's happened? What happens if somebody happens to know that, how could this be found out? I learned it the hard way, but I want to help you here. There's a loophole where okay, it's true their name isn't on the chain of title, the LLC is, but there's a backdoor way that we could figure out who owns this. What is it?
Go to the LLC.
You could then see, oh, so this property is owned by the LLC. Then you go to the Secretary of State's website, you look up the LLC by name, it will tell you the resident agent and who the manager is, and bingo, they got Bob Clark. You see how they figured out Bob Clark?